Welcome to the Hilton Head Living Podcast. I'm your host, O.T. Gibbons. Our mission with all of our content is to make sure you have the best time in Hilton Head. And this week in Bluffton.
Yeah.
All the best places to go, all the biggest events going on, and everything you need to know to get the most out of your time in the Lowcountry. As always, I'm joined by the star of our content, my beautiful wife and co-host, Jessica Gibbons. How you doing, Jess?
Hi.
All right, on this week's episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about things to do this June in the Hilton Head Bluffton area. And as always, we're going to answer the people. But before we get to all that, we are obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, not at our normal location. We are sitting on a porch of a 157-year-old cottage, drinking sweet tea and coffee, getting ready to eat one of the most famous shrimp and grits dishes in all of South Carolina.
And it's at the Cottage in Bluffton. It's such a cute and charming cafe and bakery that's known for their delicious breakfasts, brunches, and lunches. And they have amazing homemade pies, pastries, tons of desserts, and teas that you can even take home.
The Cottage is a Hilton Head Bluffton favorite. It is quintessential Lowcountry. It has good food, great people, and true Southern hospitality. You have to come check it out.
I'm going to ask you first this is such a unique location for a restaurant. What made you pick it or choose it?
The choosing of the location was strictly kind of by accident. I was supposed to open up a bake shop in the promenade. And then when the farmers market of Bluffton first started, which was over in Oyster Park, I was one of the first of the 10 vendors. Someone said, hey, you should take a walk down Calhoun Street and go look at the old house. It's called the Carson Cottage. And I said, okay, I'll do that. And this was in the late 2008. So the economy was pretty not so great. And this street was really empty. There was really nothing except art galleries here, which now, of course, it's exploded. And so I took a little stroll down Calhoun Street and I walked in, and at the time, this was an art gallery with the very famous Bluffton artist, Amos Hummel.
Okay.
And there was a gentleman who had his office in here. And I walked in and we had a little meeting. And instantly, when I saw the porch and I walked inside the cottage, my whole concept changed. And it was like the heavens opened up and they're like, this is what you're going to do. You're going to do a bakery, you're going to do tea on the porch, and you're going to do Southern food. And I said, oh, really? Do I have to? And they're like, yes, you have to. And I said, okay. And that's how it started.
And then you were mentioning that you are creating new menus or new dishes because of the chef ambassadorship.
This is correct. Yes. So last year we were super lucky and fortunate to be nominated for chef ambassadorship. And along with that, you get this very specific training that goes hand in hand with the Department of Agriculture. And so they really are pushing to the forefront that the chef ambassadors are promoting and utilizing the produce and the fruits and the fish, of course, in South Carolina, and that we're putting it on our menu. And that program is called Fresh on the Menu. So that was really wonderful to be a part of that, because it revived that in me, how much bounty we do have in the state of South Carolina and how important it is to continue that.
Basically, all the ingredients you use are local and fresh.
Correct.
Then, right?
This is correct. What we have done here is part of the chef ambassadorship was a really great video where you get to choose your recipe and your ingredients. So I had chosen shrimp and grits, which surprisingly was not one that had been chosen before in the previous 10 years.
Okay.
And so we've kind of expanded our shrimp and grits. So there's really something for everyone. It's also on our brunch menu. But this is the final version of our shrimp and grits. And over the course of the last 15 years, we've participated in different contests that come up, and the most awesome one was called the Best 10 in USA Today.
Ooh.
And then this is also the featured item in the Chef Ambassador for 2024. And then in 17 or 18, we won People's Choice at the Beaufort Shrimp Festival, which is so awesome. Only it was one of our other versions, which has pimento cheese in it. So that's one of our other really popular versions, is we do the original shrimp and grits, but we do the grits with pimento cheese, and it gives it a whole nother level of like satisfying bliss. And then we do this pineapple, which has been such a huge seller, and people just love it.
It's gorgeous.
It's so gorgeous.
So pretty. I can't wait to eat it.
Yep, and it's absolutely, so this has local shrimp in there. It's got avocado, and then we probably, in this one, it has cobia and I believe red snapper.
Oh.
And then it's in a pineapple, and it's just refreshing. You don't feel full. It's got some little mango in there, and it's just been a really popular light item for the hot days coming ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say that's perfect for today.
Yeah.
It's hot out, so
yeah,
that looks extremely delicious and mouth-watering. And then what's this creation?
So this is one of our everyday specials. This is our power salad, and we've been doing this since day one. We're in our 16th year here at the cottage. And aside from the lobster, which is not local, we have here our cornbread, and we have our local shrimp, and we have our very super popular Dufusky style crab cakes. And this was a recipe I learned a long time ago from a chef that worked on Dufusky, from one of the ladies that was picking all the crab, and it was her family recipe.
I was about to ask what makes it Dufusky
so
style.
it's very unique in the flavor and the profile. It's very simple, but this lady and her family created this crab cake, and it's just, we're really proud to continue the Dufusky tradition as well.
This coffee is delicious. You make them in-house, and this is your own brand?
This is May River Coffee Roasters, and this line, we started roasting our own coffee, I'd say about 9 or 10 years ago. And it kind of came out of a couple different reasons. One, I've always wanted to learn about the art of roasting coffee. And I always felt like it could be approached as a culinary process. But I put myself through coffee roasting school, and I learned so much. And it can be. You can roast intuitively, which is what I do. I don't do it with a computer or by machine. So this is under the umbrella of the cottage, and we created a line of coffees, which are, we have a dark roast, medium roast, and a series of flavored coffees. But by far the most popular one is this one right here, the Bluffton State of Mind. And it is my dedication to the town of Bluffton for all the years of support, and very much has a flavor profile like those of us that live here. That are just slightly on the edge, but slightly on the other edge. And so that's Bluffton State of Mind. So that's another dedication I have towards this lovely town we live in. We are a bakery as well as a tea room. And so we are really well known for our cakes. We do all kinds of crazy cakes. I would say by far our most popular is our coconut cake and our pistachio cake.
Ooh.
Those kind of come in and out with the seasons, but they're extremely popular. And then we do like small desserts, and then we do pies and cakes and also wedding cakes.
Do you do custom orders?
Yep, we do custom orders. A lot of people just have been longtime customers, so they just call and say, hey, it's Mary, I need a pistachio cake. We're like, okay. But then other people call and they'll say, I need this kind of cake. And they'll want to combine flavor profiles, which is our favorite thing to do. So they'll combine like sometimes sweet and savory, like our strawberry basil cake is extremely popular.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, very popular. And then the staples, you know, the good Southern old-fashioned recipes like chocolate and coconut and red velvet. Those are extremely popular.
All right, so let's get into it. Jess, what is going on in June?
The fireworks at Harborfest at the Shelter Cove Harbor and Marina will begin on June 3rd, and they start when the sky gets dark, and they'll take place every Tuesday except for July 1st because they'll have the July 4th celebration. The Pockets Full of Sunshine organization is hosting a Fun in the Sun for Everyone event at the Marriott Surf Watch on June 6th from 10 to 12:30. And it's a free community event that helps individuals with special needs and their families. And they'll have a bunch of fun beach activities such as kayaking, flying kites, and face painting. And it's just such a great organization to support. Bluffton Movie Night in the Park will take place on June 6th at the Buckwater Place Park. The Garfield movie will take place at 6 p.m. There are kids' activities beginning at 5. Bring your lawn chairs, blankets, and anything else that you want to enjoy the movie. Bring the whole family over to Harbortown for the DJ Allen's Family Show underneath the Liberty Oak Tree from 8 to 9:30. And there will be hula hooping, a game show type contest, and a dance party. And that will take place on June 6th and June 20th. Summer Jams will begin on June 10th at the Shelter Cove Town Center. And it's a family fun event with kids' activities such as bounce houses and face painting. And there'll be DJs playing music. And make sure to also bring your lawn chairs and blankets there because you'll be able to see the fireworks from Harborfest. And that will take place on Tuesdays from 6 to 9 until July 29th, except for, again, July 1st, because they'll have the July 4th celebration. Bring the kids to the Rick Hubbard Show in Harbortown underneath the Liberty Oak Tree from 8 to 9:30 on June 13th and the 27th. Party in the Park will take place on June 12th and 26th at the Lowcountry Celebration Park. Movie night at the Shelter Cove Town Center will take place on June 10th and 17th from 7 to 10. The Sunset Celebrations will take place at Shelter Cove Town Center on Fridays beginning June 13th. And as always, we're going to answer the people, and the question we've been getting most is how to spend a weekend on Hilton Head or in Bluffton. So, OT, how would you spend a weekend in the Lowcountry area?
Yeah, so I think I would attack this from a golf trip standpoint. So if I were coming in on a golf trip, you're coming into Hilton Head Island, you're coming in through Bluffton, you have to stop at the cottage. I mean, we're sitting here, we've gone through all the food, the pies, the coffee, the lunches, the brunch, the breakfast. It's all amazing. And then you can play a warm-up round at Hilton Head National or Old South Golf Course, which are both phenomenal. As you're here staying in the area, you're probably going to be playing golf at Sea Pines or Palmetto Dunes or Port Royal. You can also play the golf courses in the Hilton Head Plantation area, Dolphin Head, Bear Creek, Oyster Reef, Country Club of Hilton Head are all great. There's Golden Bear across the road right there. Those are kind of the courses you would hit. As you were staying here, I think the large group restaurants that I would go to check out, number one would be Local Legend Brewing. That is a great spot for a large group. Really like that atmosphere. You've got all kinds of games. You've got space. You can go get your food. I think if you were looking for something quick, there is nothing better than Fiesta Fresh. You've definitely got to check out Fiesta Fresh. If you've got a large group, it's fairly inexpensive. The food is ready in just a couple minutes. You can eat there. You can take it home. If you're looking for something to be delivered to, you can do a Lowcountry boil from Loco on the go, which is delicious. It's really easy if you're not somebody who likes to cook like me. This is as simple as it gets. You throw it all in the pot and it's ready in a couple minutes. Really, really easy. Other spots you could check out in Coligny Plaza. Fish is something that you could go to. One Hot Mama's if you're looking for some barbecue. And I think the last two spots you could definitely check out would be Old Oyster Factory, or you could go over to Riley's. Riley's is a great spot to hang out. And if you do get here and you forget something on your golf trip, you've got to check out the Hilton Head Golf Shop, centrally located in the middle of the island. It's got everything you could need for your golf trip. And then on your way out, as you're headed back to the airport, you can come back to the cottage and eat again because it's that good. So, Jess, how would you spend a weekend?
So I'm going to break it down a little bit more in the areas and maybe for families or couples that are here. So if you're staying in the Coligny area, that's where you want to stay too. If you just want to walk to places, you want a ton of things to do, you could stay at the beach house right on the beach. They have the tiki hut. You have live music, good food. And there's also the Seacrest, which has pool bar gyms, which is a lot of fun. A lot of people love, and right on the beach also. There's also the Courtyard Marriott, which has a rooftop, and they have a pool up on their rooftop too. You get beautiful views. It's not on the beach, but it's still in great location. And then they're all super close to Coligny Plaza, which there are tons of restaurants and shops there. I would suggest to have breakfast at Sweet Owl's. That's a quick to go, or if you want to sit down, Skillets. Then grab a sub at Stu's to take to the beach to hang out, and then have dinner at the Sandbar. And if you have kids, you definitely want to take them to the Coligny Center Stage, which is right in the middle of Coligny Plaza open area where they have live music nightly during the summer. There's also vendors and kiosks with fun things for the kids to do. They also have a small pirate ship playground, but if you just go up the street a little bit, there is right behind Lowcountry Celebration Park is Adventure Park, which has a ginormous pirate ship that kids can climb through, slide down. So cool. And right next to that is the Sandbox, which is a children's interactive museum. tons of stuff in that area. So then moving to kind of middle of the island, Palmetto Dunes, people love to stay there. The big resorts there are the Omni and the Hilton on the beach. They're both right on the beach, beautiful resorts. And if you play tennis or pickleball, this is where you want to stay. The Palmetto Dunes pickleball and tennis courts are awesome. They have a bunch of them. Tons of people play there. They have pickup rounds. And then you can rent bikes at the Hilton Head Outfitters. And they have a little path that goes underneath the parkway to the Shelter Cove Harbor and Marina, which there are tons of water sports and boat excursions and boat tours you can do. That's where the native sun goes out of, which we've talked so much about. Plan your own day. They do so much fun things there. I've done paddle boarding there. I've done yoga on paddle boards there. So there is so much. The tiki boat is there also. They also have Captain Hook party fishing. So if you like to fish and be great for like a bachelor party kind of thing too. I get asked about fishing a lot. So that seems like a great company to go with. And then if you go up the street a little bit, you want a girly like me loves to do some shopping. The Shelter Cove Town Center has a bunch of boutiques. I absolutely love Spartina 449. They have gorgeous clothes there. Do lots of shopping and a gorgeous view of Broad Creek. Also at the marina, they have Scott's Fish Market, where if you do go fishing, catch fish, you can bring it back and they'll prepare and cook it for you, which I think is awesome. In the marina, they also have to eat is Mexican, the San Miguel's gorgeous view, great atmosphere, very, very large outdoor area. They usually have live music there. And then if you want something nicer or date night, there's Ella's on the water, which has a gorgeous view, delicious food. And then if you're there on Saturdays, they have a farmer's market. Then if you're staying in Sea Pines, there's mainly rentals there, but they do have a Marriott and they have the Inn and Club at Harbor Town. And there's the Sea Pines Beach Club, which is right on the beach there, a restaurant coast, and they have a little to-go area so you can pick things up, take it back to the beach with you. There's places to rent bikes, so therefore if you don't want to drive anywhere, Pedaling Pelican is a great place to get bikes in Sea Pines. I feel like you have to go to the Salty Dog Cafe in the South Beach Marina. It's right on the water. It's iconic. They usually have kids' activities there during the summer, like tie-dyeing their shirts. They usually have live music there too. And then also iconic is Quarter Deck, having dinner at Quarter Deck, right at the lighthouse. Gorgeous views also. That's a great place to see a sunset. And Harbor Town is also a great place for water activities and sports. You can do parasailing with H2O Sports. They also do alligator tour in the Forest Preserve. You can do the pirate ship cruise for kids. So much fun. Vagabond has a bunch of cruises, including a sunset dinner cruise. So there you get a cruise and dinner. Knock two things out, one stone. And then lastly, I think it's a little bit of a hidden gem, is the Hilton Head Harbor and Marina, which is if you're going off island right before the bridge. And there's also an RV park there. So it's a place to stay also if you have an RV. And there's tons of boat tours that go out of there. You can rent your own boats. There's parasailing there also. And there is the Sunset Grill, which is gorgeous for sunsets. Definitely, I feel like the best restaurant to see a great sunset on Hilton Head. And then you can just have dinner and drive over the bridge on your way home or to the airport.